Good morning. Continuing admission of a partner. Let us now see question number 64. A, B, and C are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio 3:2:1. Their balance sheet as at 31st March 2020 is as follows. You have a balance sheet and then there are some adjustments. D is admitted as a partner on 1st April 2020. His capital is to be 50,000. Now his capital is to be 50,000, but you can see that he is bringing or creditors in point number A. You can see out of creditors 10,000 is due to D. It will be adjusted against his capital. So D's capital will be credited with rupees 10,000 and he will bring only remaining 40,000 and thus his capital will now become 50,000. Now come to revaluation account. In this you can see advertisement expenses of 1200 carried forward as prepaid expenses. Increase in asset is a profit for the firm. So advertisement expenses is credited on the revaluation account. Then B's capital account is debited because B is taking some for his personal expenses rupees 2000. So expenses debited to PL account includes 2000 paid for B's personal expenses. It will be credited on the revaluation account. B will be debited. And there are bill of exchange in point number D. Bill of exchange of 4,000 previously discounted with bank was dishonored. Now in this case debtors will increase because bill of exchange is being cancelled. In cancellation you know the general entry. It is debtors account debited to bills of exchange or bills receivable. So debtors account will increase. It will become 34,000 from 30,000. So on 34,000 we will calculate provision for doubtful debts at the rate of 5%. In point number E, you have provision for doubtful debts. So it will be 34,000 into 5%. It is 1,700. A is being paid for expenses on revaluation. Since A has paid for expenses, so 2,100 will be credited to A's capital account. It will be written on the debit side since it is an expense for the firm. So like this we get a loss of rupees 600 on revaluation, which is transferred to partners capital account in the old profit sharing ratio 3:2:1. So ABC will be debited 300, 200 and 100. Now see the partners capital account. First we will write the opening balance of the partners on the credit side 60,000, 60,000, 40,000. D is bringing 40,000 cash, so D is credited for 40,000 for bank account, and revaluation account A will be credited for 2,100 because A is paying revaluation expenses, and creditors being converted into D's capital account as we discussed first. So 10,000 credited to D. So ultimately D's capital becomes 50,000. On the debit side, you can see revaluation loss is being transferred to A, B, and C 300, 200, and 100. And for B, since B has taken 2,000 for personal expenses, it is debited to B 2,000. So the closing balance of partners capital account are now 61,800, 57,800, 39,900, and 50,000. So like this, we complete the partners capital account and now see the balance sheet. There are no changes in land and building. It will be 50,000. Plant and machinery will also be 40,000. Furniture will also be 30,000. Stock is 20,000. No change. Debtors 34,000 minus provision 1,700. Now the debtors are 32,300. Bills receivable out of 20,000, 4,000 is dishonored. Now bills receivable will be 16,000. Bank account 50,000 because 10,000 from the beginning and 40,000 brought by the new partner D. Advertisement expenses, a new asset appears as discussed in the revaluation account. So advertisement expense will be 1,200 written on the asset side. On the liability side, partners capital are written or carried down as we had calculated in the partners capital account. And creditors, earlier creditors were 30,000, but out of 30,000, 10,000 was D. So now creditors is decreased to 20,000 and bills payable will remain as the same, it is 10,000. So like this we see the total of balance sheet on the both sides is 2,39,500. So this is question number 64. Now see question number 66. So you read the question. In question number 66, X and Y share profits in the ratio 5:3. Their balance sheet as at 31 March 2020 were given. It is the balance sheet you can see in the book. And then there are some adjustments, some revaluations. A, employees provident fund is to be increased by 5,000. And before that, they admit Z into partnership with 1/8 share in profit. On 1st April 2020, Z brings 20,000 as his capital and 12,000 for goodwill in cash. So total amount brought by Z is 32,000. So Z's capital account will be credited 20,000. Premium for goodwill will be credited 12,000 as given in the question. Now revaluation account. Point A, employees provident fund liability to be increased by 5,000. So entry will be revaluation account debited to employee provident fund, because employee provident fund is a liability. Increase in liability is a loss. In case of loss, revaluation account is debited. Next, all debtors are good. It means that the provision for doubtful debts rupees 600 no more will remain in the book. So it is a profit. So debtors account will be debited since it is increasing 600, and revaluation account created because there is a profit. Then stock includes 3,000 for obsolete items. There is decrease in stock, so stock will be created by 3,000, and loss revaluation account will be debited by 3,000. Next, creditors are to be paid 1,000 more. This is a loss, increase in liability, so revaluation account will be debited 1,000, and creditors will be credited 1,000 since creditors are increasing. Then fixed assets are revalued from 80,000 to 90,000. In the balance sheet you can see fixed assets are 80,000, now it is 70,000. So loss will be debited to revaluation account and fixed asset will be credited 10,000. Premium for goodwill brought by the new partner will be transferred to excess capital account, because in the question you can see Z acquires his share from X. So entire amount of 12,000 brought by Z for premium for goodwill will be transferred to X capital account. You can see workman compensation reserve in the liability side, rupees 5,800. Since there is no claim, the entire amount will be transferred to X and Y's capital account in profit sharing ratio or old profit sharing ratio. So they will be credited 3625 and 2175 in the ratio 5:3. Now in case of revaluation there is a loss of 18,400. So you can add the debits of revaluation and deduct the credit of revaluation from that amount. So without preparing revaluation account you can calculate revaluation loss. So 18,400 loss will be transferred to partners capital account on the debit side. For X 11,500, for Y 6,900. And at last profit and loss account you see appears on the asset side of the balance sheet. This is a loss. This loss will be debited to old partners X and Y in the old profit sharing ratio 5:3. So X capital account will be debited 1,500 and Y's capital account will be debited 900. Profit and loss account will be written off. Now this is the partners capital account. Credit side, X and Y's capital account are opening balance having 70,000 and 31,000. Z brings rupees 20,000 for capital, so it is credited. Premium for goodwill brought by Z is 12,000. So since it is entirely going to X, X capital account is credited. Workman compensation reserve, as we discussed in general entries, now will be credited to partners capital account. On the debit side, revaluation loss is debited to the old partners 11,500 and 6,900, and profit and loss account loss is transferred to the partners X and Y 1,500 and 900. Thus we get the closing balance of partners capital account. For X it is 72,625, for Y it is 25,375, for Z it is 20,000. And on that basis now we will prepare balance sheet. In the balance sheet cash or cash at bank, you can see 5,000 is already given in the balance sheet, and new partner brings 32,000. So total amount is now 37,000. Sundry debtors, since all debtors are good, now sundry debtors are 20,000. Stock is 22,000 because 3,000 has decreased from stock, and similarly fixed asset is now valued at 70,000. On the liability side, creditors, they have increased by 1,000, so it is now 16,000 from 15,000. Employee Provident Fund liability has increased by 5,000, so EPF is now 15,000. And capital accounts, as we had calculated in partners capital account, we copy the amount. Thus, if we balance both the sides, we get 1,49,000 as total of balance sheet. So this is question number 66. So like this, you try some more questions. We will try some more questions in next 1 or 2 classes before going to next chapter. Thank you.